Back at it again. Gotta get hyped up. Of course, I decided to sit down for this one. So,
Are you normally standing?
yeah, I've been standing lately to get, hype. To get juiced up,
Damn, he be standing.
Instead, I'm like, with my tea.
Tea is good.
I find that a warm, grandmother shawl helps with Game Master. You just want to be as comfortable as possible.
I left mine across the room there.
No.
You just have to develop telekinesis. You can do it.
Oh, man, that'd be great. I always tried when I was a kid. It didn't work out. They just got the shawl coming out.
It was within arm's reach and you said it, so I had to.
There you go.
Well, now legally you have to let AJ run the game. I'm sorry.
Oh no, it's the Game Master shawl.
All right, so everyone's leveled up 3 times.
Yay!
We are fighting a Tarask. And I know that's the wrong system, but...
Oh no! I take it back.
There's one for each of you.
I want to roll to train the Tarask.
I'm going to make that a light check.
I'm gonna my bard will attempt to seduce the Tarask.
The Tarask wants the top.
It's my bard. He's bottom.
Roll Constitution.
Welcome back to Shattered Worlds RPG. I'm your Loremaster, Jeff. And with me tonight, AJ.
Sup?
Kristy.
Hello.
Jayme.
Hello.
And Anthony.
Howdy.
Let's do a quick recap. And this time, I was going to read something back here. Gunfight opened up. Let's see. Keziah created a force field around Zilisam and Faraj. The Tarusian prisoners started trying to get weapons from Zilisam's lieutenants. The fight got pretty chaotic. One of the lieutenants got taken out and dumped in the fire pit. Zilisam shot at y'all with a laser gun. Then things started to tip in your direction, and a bunch of night fires ran into the woods. A spaceship flew down and shot one of the escaping goons with a massive ship's cannon, and a loudspeaker said to stop shooting. So that's where we are now.
I continue shooting. I'm kidding.
And I believe Sam has he been disarmed? Is he scared?
I was just going to say he's all drugged up, and I think Ebenezer, right?
Yeah.
You took away his weapon. You took away his laser pistol.
Yeah, because it was cool. I wanted it.
Oh, yeah. This thing was top of the line back before you got here.
Kind of like Ebenezer.
Oh.
I didn't get to the end of last episode. Where did we get drugs?
Oh, Keziah can dump sedatives with her medical whip.
And taking notes.
And poke him into the enemy. So, yeah, you heard this voice on the loudspeaker. So the spaceship is sort of hovering up like maybe 200 or 300 feet. And this kind of force field appears around you all, and this shuttle comes out of the belly of the ship and comes down and lands wherever there's empty space. I don't have the Roll20 up, but somewhere off to the left of the fire pit.
Well, that's the other thing I need up.
And I guess the Terusians are not tied up. Is that right? One of them has a gun. Or did they run off? I can't remember.
A couple of the, I think they're called night fires, ran off.
Yeah.
I don't remember if the prisoners ran off or not, though.
Yeah, I think the prisoners are still here. I'm going to check the Roll20 map. Maybe I left them on there. Do you guys want to talk or anything while the shuttle comes down?
Thank God.
Yay! Alecto's running around in circles like a little puppy.
I agree.
Did you see? It's a spaceship. We're getting off this planet. Yay!
Is it a good spaceship?
Does it matter?
So the shuttle lands and tilts up on its back end and drops down, and grass and shit is blowing up. The prisoners and some of the night fires step out of the way, and a ramp goes down. Pomp and circumstance. There's an orchestra playing for some reason, and out comes. Let me check my notes. Who's here? The Boop of Doom. I'm looking at our old possible show titles.
Oh, while you're looking up notes there, I just want to say that when the orchestra starts playing music, Ebenezer puffs up and he kind of leans over to Keziah and says, "They must know I'm here."
Particularly like music.
Oh, they're just putting on a show for a welcome guest such as myself. I imagine.
Just kind of stares at you.
Alecto tugs on his sleeve and looks up at him and goes, "Who are you again?"
Oh.
Were you one of the entertainers on the train?
What train? I don't know what you're talking about.
Oh, he wasn't one of the entertainers on the train.
I mean, what would be his act? Just some elderly guy just telling stories.
Run a seminar on coupons.
Okay, so several troops in power armor trundled down the ramp, and then 3 Zentradi in silver and red armor step out, and then their wings come out, big cybernetic wings, and they float up and to either side of the ramp, and one stays on the ramp, and out comes Lagos the Enchanter, this really tall, bald gentleman. He's got tattoos on his head and all these fancy robes in green and silver and white, and rings on his fingers and things. And he steps down, and behind him you see the detective from what's that place called? Stoneflower Station, that place where we started season 5. And she's a small Gillamorian in a sort of red uniform outfit, long coat, and like a pillbox hat. And she's a member of the station security service. And also your Oakleaf Society contact artist, who is a unassuming brown-haired person in sort of a suit and half gloves and your new friends wouldn't know this, but Gale and Alecto know that he's good with they're good with knives, and they took part in the fight on the train.
I also understand the artist takes pottery lessons on the weekend at the community center.
Yes, indeed.
Yeah, on the wine and craft nights.
So Olga Thorin directs some of the guards to surround the Terusians, and the Zentridi surround Lagos, and they come over and want to talk to Gale and Alecto.
Hey.
How the heck did you guys find us?
It's a good thing you've asked, Gale, says Lagos.
That's scary.
So two of the ship's cars weren't taken by the enemy, and there was a pitched battle, and the VIP car in the front managed to get back to the station, and the other one exploded, and a lot of good people died on that one. So
Stop laughing.
Oh. Don't worry, several of them escaped in emergency spacesuits, and they look a little sheepish.
What's the ratio of spacesuits to dead?
Well, we're still looking for survivors here on the planet. I see that he checks his list. You must be Keziah. I recognize you.
Yes.
And the Terusians, of course. He says there was somebody named Alvin on the ship.
Oh no, where do we put Alvin?
Back at the town. We've got another team landing in the town. Taco's leading that. Gonna land the Rogers Folly down there.
Oh, Taco? Nice.
Ah, yes, of course. And so we might as well get you all onto the ship and get back there. We can debrief you more fully. And you can introduce me to your friends.
Oh, yeah. I almost used your legal name.
Legal name.
This is Ebenezer. He's an old man that we found, and he's just great.
Why, thank. I do a little bow.
Are you one of the colonists?
Not willingly, but for a while now, I've just been staying here.
You seem familiar.
Well, I should hope so.
Okay, dueling history checks. We're going to see if you guys recognize each other.
Oh, no.
They used to fuck back in college.
Oh, God.
Awkward.
Now I know why you never called me back.
I was mad for years.
I've been trapped on a planet. It's not like that, you know.
I left you 70 Tinder messages. What the fuck?
Were you serious about the history checks?
Yeah.
Okay, I rolled a 9.
Oh, yeah, you absolutely recognize him. He was a junior diplomat for the Conclave when you were there. And you were representative from the Logosphere, which is all the Lunari planets. Well, all the ones that take part anyway. And, so you would have met each other at various diplomatic functions and so on. He had hair back then.
Didn't we all?
Yes. Thick, luxurious, dark brown hair.
And this was Olga Thor.
This is Lagos, the tall diplomat guy.
Gotcha.
And he says, yeah, you just disappeared back then. I mean, it was the war. I figured maybe you worked for the Ascendancy or went hiding somewhere. Apparently, you were hiding here.
I wasn't hiding so much as marooned. It's
You'll have to tell me all
terrible.
about your adventures.
I will. As soon as we're off planet, perhaps?
Yes. Let's get back to the Comet Seeker. This is our new ship, by the way, commissioned for my immediate supervisor, Viceroy Flint. You may have heard of him, of course. He was quite a hero during the Second Yafridi Rebellion. I guess that was the one you missed. Ha 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 ha.
Just rub it in, why don't you?
Yeah, with luck, there might be a third by the time we get back, so...
Let's not wish for war.
There was an Afridi uprising, 2 of them? Amazing.
I don't think it was good.
No.
Alecto was painfully sheltered, apparently.
I was.
2 of the greatest events in 150 years.
I was also incredibly sheltered, but I know it was a bad thing.
Oh, man.
Alecto's whole life up until like a month ago has been like eating rice and meditating. So this is all.
I mean, yeah.
So, yeah, you all load into the shuttle. The prisoners are loaded into the back, and up we go.
We're going on a trip in our favorite rocket ship.
Oh, and he asks the Nightfires they've captured if they plan to come with, or if they want to stay here on the planet. And I'm going to see what they say. Who's left? Corduro de Wild says yes, and what's the other one? Natura Bazaar? No, that was the one that went in the pit.
And how many of them have the right to remain silent?
Yes, they'll be Slim. That's right. Slim comes with too.
Okay, Slim Shady's here.
Yes, Slim Shady,
But not the real one.
Oh man.
Yeah, so they're locked up in the back just for temporarily, until they're debriefed. Oh, and Sam, of course, who you stole the weapon from. And as you're getting settled and the pilot starts firing up the engines, Lagos says to you, Gale, do you recognize that small blue-skinned gentleman? He seems familiar for some reason. That would be Zillisam.
We just met him. He seems kind of mean. His name is Zillisam or whatever.
That's a
He
Yafridi
just
name.
attacked us.
Interesting. He seems too young to have grown up or to have colonized here. Very interesting.
He didn't tell us how long he was here. He did mention something about how people come here to be forgotten or like to get away from consequences.
Ah, yes. I understand that. And that's when Tiny Tina pipes up. She says, yeah, he wasn't here when we landed. He came from somewhere else.
He was talking a lot about some ruins.
Ruins, you say? Well, I'm a bit of an amateur archaeologist. I'm interested. We can discuss that when we get back to the ship. So you get back to the ship, and there's a bunch of other notable people from the station who just decided to tag along. And, the guards take these prisoners back. And once again, the ship is super fancy. Everything's nice and clean. The robots are polite. And there's security cameras and DNA detectors and all things all everywhere you go. So it's real secure.
As an aside, like not in character, weren't we supposed to take the prisoners back to the colony?
Fucking the colony spaceship, baby.
You can, yeah. You can mention
Just drop them off. Just like,
Yeah.
You can mention it to Lagos if you want.
Can we drop them from a great height?
Just superimpose like a bullseye over the colony as we go by.
Oh, man.
Also, can I say how much I appreciate that only the rich people get polite robots? Everyone else gets rude as hell robots.
Mhm.
Yeah.
It's a red dwarf situation.
Politeness is behind a paywall.
Okay, so you're free to move around the ship. When somebody says that the prisoners, the colony wanted these folks back for questioning, Lego says, yes, well, we need to reconnect with your the other missing members of the train, so we might as well land over there as well. I think they have space in their spaceport. Well, like Missile and, the Yafridi gangsters and so on and so forth.
You have a sonic shower.
Of course. He details one of the guards to take you to the freshening up chamber.
Immediately, thank you.
Of course. You're all muddy as hell. Burned and bloody, and Ebenezer is riddled with shrapnel.
I have yet to realize.
Yeah, they send somebody to the med bay, and yeah. So you're getting fixed up. And it's then that you hear yourself landing, and this time it's not the shuttle. They land the whole big-ass ship. And you can either stay on the ship or go visit the colony, but yeah. This is your chance.
Oh, I'm good.
Yeah. He's like strapping himself in.
Yeah.
Weighing himself down.
It's just a trick to get me out of the ship, and then boom, the hatch closes and it takes off.
Gail has seen fully enough of this planet.
Nice. Yeah, so a delegation from the colony come in. You got Beverly, you got the scientist Hillikan, you got the big boss Soraya Sten. They all come on, and behind them, Missile comes on carrying 8 million bags of gifts from the colony, and there's a trail of children following her, and she dumps all the bags in the middle of the bridge and then leads them around the ship, pointing out all the cool stuff she saw last time she was on the ship. So that's that NPC taken care of. If anybody wants to talk to Beverly about dealing with the prisoners, Lagos is fine if you want to leave him here, or you could bring him back to reconnect them with their employer.
Hey, they were real rude to us. They can stay here if y'all don't mind.
So Detective Olga Thorin, she's consulting her comm device, her tricorder, whatever. And she says, it seems that their supervisor, someone named Taya, would like us to return them.
And
well, if it's all the same to you all, we could have misplaced them.
Yes.
Right. And Beverly says, well, if we're all being rescued, it might make sense to keep their employer happy with us.
No.
The Tarusian family?
That doesn't matter. Not to me anyway.
Lagos goes over and meets with them, and they work out the colony will hold on to him for now until they have a little confab. And the detective is fine with that. And so then we have a debrief while you're flying back to the Stoneflower Station. And the detective sits in with each of you one at a time and gets as much information as you manage to collect. And there wasn't that much. I mean, basically, you saw the attackers on the space train. They were in Zentradi spacesuits, but they you don't think they were Zentradi? I don't know if you got confirmation on that, but some of the people on the ship apparently think that they were part of the Lunari Freedom Movement. And they killed a bunch near the station, so they have a bunch of Lunari bodies in spacesuits out there. So you think they were trying to pin it on people from other expressions. And the VIPs, once you get close to the station, there's a little dinner party on the ship. And that's when Lady Ashai comes out, and she hosts a little hors d'oeuvre mixer for you all. And she gets Gale and Alecto alone and whispers that she was at the meeting about the special project. And it turns out that they are creating a unification experiment on a massive scale, which is a total illegal act. You're not allowed to do those in the Conclave. And there was a representative of the Yafridi royal family there at the meeting. And so she thinks that the Emperor is behind this, but everything went haywire before she got a chance to pin it down. But she was able to get some specs, which you can get to your Oakleaf Society person. And so I think that's it for the space train mystery.
Real quick.
Yeah, go ahead.
I've been on a next to deserted planet for like a week. Who is making this?
Who was making what?
What is this fucking special project?
Oh, this is the thing you were supposed to find out about on the space train. And then it got attacked. And apparently there was a VIP meeting in the forward car, and Lady Ashai managed to get into it. And that was one of the cars that survived the attack.
Which group of people was this?
So Dr. Frentz was there from the Antares asteroid. Papa Junzel was supposed to be in that meeting, but he just happened to be in the red car before the attack. And there were a few other people. I had a list there.
Okay.
Oh, the sixth prince of the Afridi Empire, Abderrahim.
Oh, I was wondering why Prince was on the map.
Did you say Prince? That was Zilla Sam's icon. But yeah.
Zilla Sam looks a lot like Prince. So.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Let's see. Train notes. Oh, there was somebody from the Serpentine Shroud there, in a weird faceless mask. They're like the biggest mob group in the galaxy. They send assassins and so on. Oh, and weirdly, there was the new sort of royal figure that leads the Thermopylae, the Frontier Star, which is the largest sort of space station, gas station, or whatever, out in the hinterlands between Lunari space and Yafridi space. And his mom recently died in a satellite crash, and so now he is in charge. So that's a big surprise, because he's supposed to be a loyal agent of the Conclave, and So interesting that he would be a part of all this shenanigans.
Oops.
And also at this little mixer, you meet Judith. She's the wife of a Yafridi senator to the conclave. She's a tall, thin, white-haired lady. Very pretty. Sort of a Kristen Scott Thomas type. And, yeah, she's real friendly. She gets you alone and she says, well, it's clear we need to work together. My own government is involved in this, and I'd like to enlist the Oakleaf Society in helping us learn more about this.
I don't think we're in charge of that, but sure.
Oh yeah, Artist is the one that put you two in contact. So.
Oh, so Artist already knows we doing it.
Yeah. And you might have met Judith on the yellow car. I'm not sure.
I think we did meet Judith.
The name sounds familiar.
I was trying to figure out if I met her this campaign or if I met her last campaign.
Cool. So Ebenezer and Keziah, while this party is going on, you're being debriefed by security agents, and they're trying to find out what you know, if anything. So picture, somebody across the table from you looking scary. They have a truth field on, and they're intimidating you. And I don't think y'all have any secrets for them.
I mean, are they specifically asking about donuts?
Is Faraj on the ship with us?
He better not be.
Oh no, Faraj ran off.
If I'm being debriefed, like the entire night is just me dumping on Faraj. I mean, let me tell you another thing about this guy.
Hell yeah.
Fuck him. Fuck his face. Fuck this donut. I'm out.
You want to catch a criminal, you need to go back and just firebomb the whole forest because there's this guy in there. I'm telling you.
He shot me.
I'm making up crimes. Oh yeah, he did it all.
He ripped the tags off mattresses.
I thought you were going to say a terrible fart.
Yeah.
He made Jiffy Pop, which is illegal on this planet.
He didn't even say, excuse me.
And this guy is so good. He blew up a rock specifically so that it would hit me with the shards.
Yes.
Who can do that? This guy can.
Cold, calculated, criminal mastermind that he is.
All right. So you get back to the station, and as you leave the area of the planet, and you go past these green sort of network hubs that the trains are running through, they're sort of like accelerators that made the train cars shoot faster through local space. And they have network hubs, so now you're able to watch the news, call your families, all that stuff. So in the middle of the mixer, and you're debriefing, there all of a sudden there's pings and whistles and text messages are coming through. And Ebenezer, your bag's across the room on a table, and all of a sudden it's bing, 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 bing. And the interrogator looks over what's going on over there?
Right. I haven't checked my messages in a while. Pardon.
All right. So as the ship nears the station, now Ebenezer, this is your chance to be wowed. The interrogator allows you to look at your text device there, and you're just you're dog you left at the kennel. You know, one of your family members had to come pick it up, and they were annoyed. And then there was the whole war thing, so there was a bunch of messages about that. And yeah, everybody's excited. And you look over at the news, and you see that Stoneflower Station is where Remembrance Day is going to be celebrated tomorrow. And these guys told you that Remembrance Day is some sort of festival to honor the end of the war. And this station is incredible. It's like they took an asteroid and used all the outer layers to create this big, like, I don't know, flower, all these different petals, and I can't remember what flower I said it looks like, but yeah, it's really pretty. And each petal is its own like distinct environment. And in the center, there's this huge dome with a tower and these funiculars that go all around the station. And there's the train station. The depot is on the very top. And it's on the outer edge. And you see what's left of the train is parked there. And there's robots out there fixing everything. And yeah, it's just an awesome sight. And yeah, I guess the interrogation can wrap up there. And y'all meet up again at the observation deck. And we have like this really great Star Trek moment where like it slowly goes around the station. And it's just like lights glinting off it and shit. And more orchestral music. That's it. Yeah, and as you guys fly into the docking bay, it's just huge. Everything here is huge. It's like 50 feet high and hundreds of feet wide. People running around in gray and red uniforms. And there's a bunch of guards waiting for you at the landing bay. And a bunch of shuttles takes everyone down there. And yeah, you are finally on foreign soil for the first time in 28 years. How do you react once you're finally on it?
Ebenezer has like a bit of a mild panic attack. Like kind of like one part like pitch me, I might be dreaming, I might wake up and I may be back on the stinky planet. And another part maybe just like anxiety about being out in proper society again. You know, have my manners been dulled? Do I still got it?
Okay. And coming towards you, you see some diplomats in dark suits, and one in the middle is going real slow, has a hover cane, whatever that is, and and short, squat, kind of round belly, gray mustache, little glasses, and he's tromping forward, and he sees you, and he throws his cane away, he throws open his arms, and he comes running towards you. He's real slow, and you realize it's your old aide, Peter Hemdor. And he looks older than you, but he was like, 10, 15 years younger. Life, he's been rode hard, put up wet. Is that how that goes? Anyway, he's got a comb over. Yeah, anyway, he runs up and he throws his arms out and he says, "Ebenezer, they told me you were alive, but I didn't believe it." And he's just weeping.
Oh, Petey. Oh, it's good to see you, my friend.
Oh! Okay, news people come forward. They've got their cameras rolling, flashbulbs going.
I'm like scolding them. I'm like, let us have a moment here. Back off.
Did anyone else think he was just a colonist?
Just thought he was an old man.
So that was that. Now you're on the station, and y'all can do whatever you like. You're free to move about. The detective asks you to wear these locator devices, like, I don't know, a little wristband, so she can get in touch with you if she needs to ask for your help for anything.
Oh, of course, absolutely. I put it in my dimensional inventory.
I plant mine on Petey.
That's good. I like that. Just drop it in his little pocket there.
Alecto's like, wow, cool. It's shiny. So shiny. I don't think I've seen anything shiny in a while. Thanks.
All right, Missile trots out behind you. For Keziah and Ebenezer, Missile is just this enormous Vorak lady with like a fake ponytail, because Voraks don't have hair.
Very big, very strong.
Yeah, she tromps down off the ramp, and a couple of the kids from the colony came with. So she's showing them around, and they wander off. There's reporters everywhere if anybody wants to give an interview.
No.
But yeah, you're all famous for this exciting adventure.
Attention, everyone. I have an announcement to make. It was bad. Thank you.
Don't go there.
So Remembrance Day Festival, Remembrance Day itself is tomorrow. There's going to be a big celebration, fireworks, music, the whole deal. So everybody's invited. That'll be in the Central Dome with the fancy gardens and stuff. But until then, you're all free to do whatever.
And there's supposed to be a unification thing that we're supposed to stop, right?
You're just supposed to get information about it. So Lady Ashai was able to get a sort of brochure, basically, like what do you call it?
Do you mean like
design
schematics?
Concept, but not like actual blueprints.
Yeah, so like schematics.
Yeah, basically it's something round in space, but she wasn't able to find out where it is.
It's a space donut.
Oh!
Jeff, I have terrible news for you. The Death Star is absolutely going to get us copyright stricken.
No, it's not spherical. It's donut shaped.
Yeah. Space donut heist.
Ebenezer,
Yes.
are you some kind of famous donut man?
Oh, I wish. No, in my younger days, I was a bit of a diplomat. I got around, knew some people, that's all. I'm not famous or anything.
I mean, it kind of feels like you're famous right now.
Yes, you say that. However, evidence would point towards the contrary.
Well, maybe I'm just being humble,
Okay, so be not humble and tell us what it actually is.
Oh, you go missing for 30 years and you show back up. People take notice, even if you're not, noteworthy.
Okay, but before you went missing, were you a big deal?
I mean, I don't like to brag, but yes, I was fantastic.
Okay, now he seems too into it, right? Like, I feel like...
It's hard to achieve the balance.
Alecto wants to know more about donuts.
Oh.
Where are the donuts? How do we get some? How soon can we get them?
Can I conjure donuts?
There are several bakeries conveniently placed around the island here.
With a celebration coming up, the air probably smells like donuts.
Mm-hmm.
Let me get a big old plate of fried dough.
Right, no.
Yeah, Alecto Ebenezer's like, oh, we must show you donuts. Oh, bear claws. Or space bears. I believe we talked about this before.
Yeah.
You can't have a bear claw. The equivalent?
Space claws.
Space claw.
What are they attached to? I don't know. You don't know. No one knows.
So I guess our first spot is the bakery. That's where we're going?
Absolutely, yes.
Yes.
Okay. I'm assuming Keziah and Ebenezer join y'all for now, just to make it easy. So I dropped in the center of that picture, and you can't see it too well, but the 1 through 13 around the center, those are like hotels and event spaces. Then there's a thing called the concourse. It's just a smaller donut. And then inside that donut is the gardens, and they're split up into various sections.
So Keziah is going to try to find the most boring, healthy, non-donutty thing in the bakery. The biggest like affront to donuttery in the bakery.
So is this like an everything bagel?
Not even plain.
No. Yeah. Like
Plain. You're one of those.
yeah.
That's beautiful. I cast Banish on the bagel.
Okay, I rolled on the random events table. So y'all are walking towards what's a good name for a bakery?
Dina's Donuttery.
Dina's Donuttery.
Dina's Donuts.
It's across the way from the thing, so you going along the concourse, and suddenly you hear a shot.
Bam.
And I fall down because I got hit.
No.
And you hear people shouting up ahead, and you see a couple guards running in that direction. It's somewhere between 2 hotels to the south of here. You're maybe around building 13 here, on the west side of the concourse. And I say west, it's, you're in space, so just to
Space
the left
west.
of that. Yeah, space west. So a little farther to the space south, you see people, and then some people are running away from that direction. Because, shooting.
Can I just continue to eat my donut? Or...
Oh, yeah. You can cut through the garden if you want to avoid that area. Or you could just turn around and go the long way. It's up to you. The donut's on the southeast side.
It feels like if we... Sorry, go ahead.
Oh, go ahead.
I was going to say, it feels like if we cut through the garden, then we get to the donuts faster.
Mhm.
It does feel like that, doesn't it?
Okay, so you guys run into the garden. Let me see what's going on in this garden. Are there dangerous things in the...
Oh no, it's crunch grass. Who brought it here?
grass? Yeah.
So invasive.
Whose idea was this?
I suddenly plant one of the seeds on the way through.
Maybe the landscapers just hate people. There's like a landscaper. He's just very disgruntled.
He's the one that got shot.
Yeah.
Okay, your news feeds are buzzing on your comm devices. Probably has to do with whatever that shooting was.
Do we want to... I feel like we've done a lot in the last week. Do we want to check it out, or...
Well, here's the thing. You're about halfway through the garden, and in the center of the garden, I think I've described it before, but there's a little hill, there's water features, there's a sort of central gazebo that's at the bottom of this huge elevator that goes up, and there's people driving their floaty space scooters around, and there's people doing dragonfly wing hover devices, so they get to.
Are there people in the water tunnels?
Oh yeah, you see Gillamorians coming out of the water tunnels, and
I love the water tunnels.
A couple of them are detectives, and they run past you towards the shooting site, and then you hear more shooting ahead of you, between you and the donut shop.
What are the odds?
I rolled the exact same thing on my random events table. It's another sinkhole situation. This sounds like projectile weapons. That last one sounded like a laser weapon. And those two detectives that ran past you suddenly turn around, and they can't decide which way they should go.
I point in a direction and say, that way.
Okay, yeah. So they run past you through the underbrush, and one of them's fumbling with his weapon. So now if you want to avoid whatever that was, you're going to have to go either left or right.
Guys, there's a lot of shootings. Do we have to do something about this, or what?
What if they're shooting up the donut shop?
It better not be.
Then we need to help.
Someone will die.
These are real stakes. We're involved.
No, they're donuts.
It's the wrong kind of jelly filling.
So it sounds like the group is going to cautiously follow the detectives towards that area.
Unfortunately.
Yeah. Do we have any of our weapons and things, or were those taken by the detectives during the debriefing?
Well, I didn't mention any sort of customs check or weapon confiscation, so it turns out that laser pistol, buddy.
Oh, yeah.
They always forget to check the dimensional inventory. It's crazy.
I am a weapon.
You guys are slowly jogging towards that, and Gale hands you the weapon.
Yeah. Hey, Keziah, do you want a gun?
I am a gun.
Oh, yeah, I forgot you're a gun.
So you throw them like cool headbands or whatever to denote that they're weapon people. You Rambo it up. And yeah, you come through these beautiful marshy trees and things, and your feet get a little muddy, but other than that, you're good. And you bust out onto the concourse, and you see a bunch of little golf carts that people drive around have been turned into a little makeshift barricade, and the cops are behind it pointing in that direction. And you see there's at least a couple of goons in front of the donut shop behind some garbage cans or something. I don't know what kind of cover there is out here in the open, but not much. And they're shooting back at the detectives. So you're behind some trees at this point.
Can I blast a trash can just to absolutely destroy the cover?
Hell yeah. There's no civilians nearby. Go for it.
I would love this. I would love if I could blast a trash can.
Now, of course, you are in a space station, so blasts could be dangerous.
Bad.
But you're deep in the middle of it, so it's unlikely that it would break a hole into space. Besides, there's secondary force fields and things. You'll be fine.
Wonderful. I'm so glad that I rolled exactly at 20.
Okay. Good deal. So it lands on the garbage can, and roll 5d6.
Oh God, do I even have that many on the table?
Yeah. So for the first 5 feet, it does full damage, and then it goes down after that. Let's hope this gunman is armored.
I've done 13 points of trash can damage.
Hell yeah. So the trash can shoots up into the air. This guy goes flying, hits the front of the donut shop. And you see they're short enough to be a Gillamorian. They're in a sort of light armor with a mask. And no other identifying markers. They managed to hold on to their weapon, but they are sort of out in the open now. Does anyone else want to take part in this shooting shindig?
Alecto shouts, "Donuts!" And like charges headlong at the there's one gunman still standing.
About 50 feet from your position.
All right, I'll start running toward him. I'll do like evasive maneuvers, like run and tumble and stuff sideways,
cool.
and so I'm a harder target.
Unless you roll a 1, you'll be fine.
I rolled a 9.
Hell yeah. So submachine gun bullets are spraying around, popping off the golf carts and busting trees, and you manage to get to them in one round. And does anyone else want to do anything?
Is there an open golf cart? Like,
oh yeah, they don't have any tops.
well, I mean, like, it's the kind of thing where you could like hop in and drive one, or
You don't know for sure. Like they might be keyed to the guards or
can I try to drive one
locked, I guess.
hacking?
Yeah, you can hack. Yeah, jump in one, duck down low, do a little tappity tap. So I guess everyone roll initiative. D10 plus plus your win. Plus 2 if you have combat awareness.
I have 17.
16.
22.
10 for Ebenezer.
10 for
Oh, thank God. Someone rolled worse than me.
I got a 1.
Alecto, 22.
Oh no.
Cops 13. We'll just start a new round then. So Alecto, you're up on this person. You're sliding around the garbage can, I assume, unless you want to do something, leap over it or kick it or whatever.
Yeah, I'll kick the garbage can into him.
Hell yeah.
Yeah. And then follow with I'll leap into the air behind the garbage can, and as the garbage can bounces off him, I'll hit him 2 more times.
Hell yeah. So you're going to need to kick this garbage can. You just need a 10 to hit it.
I rolled a 7.
Yeah, automatic hit.
Automatic.
So you kick it. Now do 2d6 for that foot. You got to knock this can off its moorings.
And I have bonus damage from perks. So rolled a 9, 10, 11.
Cool. So it flies off its moorings and taps the guy. He manages to stay behind it, but slides forward a little bit, still behind it. And it kind of goes oof as it hits him in the shoulder or whatever. And you're following it up with a punch.
Series of kicks.
Cool.
So I rolled a 10 for my first one,
Nice.
with another 8 on top of that.
Nice.
All right.
Nice.
So, and then the second one is 7, 15, 15 to hit.
Okay, and these are
Nice.
D6 per.
2d6 plus 1.
Cool.
So the first one is 10. And the second one is only 3.
Okay. He's got some armor, so. Okay, yeah, you come over and do some feather kicks, slap him in the gut. He goes, oof, and manages to hold on to his weapon. Next is Keziah. You're hacking this golf cart.
Yeah.
Okay. You need to get a 15.
I definitely have a 15. That was 10.
Nice.
You hack all the golf carts.
Oh my god.
So that's going to be a 32.
Yeah, this is a legendary success. You managed to link up to these networked 5 golf carts. You can do pretty much anything you want. Just tell
Okay.
us.
Sunday.
Yeah, they turn into a Voltron. What's that giant monster truck Godzilla thing called?
Bigfoot?
No, Truckosaurus.
Oh, yeah.
Truckosaurus,
Breathes fire.
Ebenezer, get in a golf cart if you want. Or Ebenezer, there's a golf cart for you if you want one.
Yes.
Also, Gil, if you want a golf cart.
Oh, it's just like the retirement home.
And she's gonna try to ram the guys.
The guy that got knocked into the donut shop.
Yeah.
The other one's engaged with Alecto, so I imagine you wouldn't want to.
No, I don't want to run over Alecto.
All right, so you're going to drive over this crater and or around it and crush the person against the wall. So give me a... well, actually, I'm going to use this hacking roll as your attack. So this guy's going to have to roll a 10 if he wants to get out of the way. Nope. This thing is going to do 4d6, and his armor won't protect him. So roll 4d6 and re-roll 6s.
That's gonna hurt. I didn't mean to hit him that hard.
Oh, if you just want to pin him, you can. I mean, I'm not going to force you to kill the guy.
Yeah, I don't want to smush him.
So you
I don't want to turn him into paste.
Kind of get between him and the...
Show no mercy, Keziah.
So yeah, the big tire goes over his foot and butt up next to him, and he's hollering and screaming through his little mask.
Love that.
Gale.
I'm just going to use my turn to boost Alecto.
Nice. Okay, give us a little roll there. I think we said 15 is +2 and 20 is +4. And you're doing wind or earth?
Boost is shadow.
Oh, no, I'm wondering which attribute.
Oh.
Which attribute, Anthony, does Alecto need?
I either earth or wind.
Okay.
Which one do you want to do more? You want to stump more or you want to hurt more?
Let's hurt more.
All right, let's boost that earth. I rolled a 7 plus 2 for that, so 9. Shadow is plus 2, so 21.
21. Yeah, so +4 to your earth. And do you want to move anywhere or stay behind cover? All these carts are unhacked, so you could probably jump into one.
I'll jump on the closest golf cart.
Okay. You and Ebenezer
Why
could
not?
join together if you want. Yeah, you leap into one and duck down in case there's any more shooting. The goons, there's one next to Alecto, and that one opens fire. The 3-round burst. Alecto, you're going to need to beat a 24 on that last one. I figure you'll probably miss the other two. Or, I mean, beat the other two unless you roll a 1.
I rolled a 10.
Oh, my God.
And then a 9.
Yeah, you definitely avoid all these bullets.
And I've mastered dodge. So, dodge mastery.
Hell yeah. Okay, and they managed not to hit anybody else, which is good. And the goon that you squished behind the car just uses his turn to beg for mercy and to try to drag his foot out from under the tire.
Beautiful.
The feminine voice, but real angry. And last is the cops. They have no clear shots because you two are right on top of these guys. So they rush forward from cover to cover and they shout, "Who are you people?"
We're hungry for donuts.
Good grief. Ebenezer, what would you like to do?
We're Donut Squad. And like I pull out my old pastry I've had this whole time and hold it up as a badge. Tuck it back in. It's a very specialized division, but we take it seriously, as you can see. I guess I'll just hold a gun at these guys, make sure they don't get away. It sounds like they're properly defeated at this point. So
Cool. So yeah, you hold your shot in case one of them tries to hurt our team.
yeah.
And then the lights all around the station flicker and then go out.
I cast light.
Yeah.
Cool. Yeah, you cast light and the area around you all brightens up and you hear screaming all over the station. And yeah. So it's just y'all in this pool of light, darkness all around. All the people who are flying around on their contraptions are probably spooked. But it's not a jamming field, so you're okay there. Not everybody's equipment just suddenly stopped working. It's just the lights. They'll probably come back on. It's probably not the life support.
Hold on, you said probably.
What happened to the guys we were fighting?
Well, now that there's light, you can see the one that you were fighting is trying to make a break for the donut shop. The other one's under the tire and can't do shit.
Big mistake, pal.
All right, and he's rummaging around in his coat for something. You're not sure what.
Alecto starts chasing the guy running to the donut shop. You just made a big mistake, pal. And I will hit him with a blast of chi from my palms. Oops, wrong. That's a 20-sided die. I don't roll those. Let's see, that's a 5 plus 8, 13 to hit. Oh, wait, plus my wind of 12. So 23.
Oh, yeah, you definitely hit.
Okay. And it does 3d6 damage. So 12.
Okay. Yeah, they're almost down. She screams, "Stay back! I've got a bomb!" And Keziah.
Well, that changes things.
Oh, I guess I could give Anthony the opportunity. Do you want to move away or stay up on him?
I stayed back. I used a ranged attack, so I kept my ground. So I wouldn't.
Okay.
People would be able to have line of fire.
Okay, so you want to stay near him or take cover somewhere?
I'm standing my ground where I was when I was originally fighting him, and I hit him with a ranged attack as he ran away.
Gotcha. So I think she got about 15 feet away.
All right.
So, yeah. Keziah.
How far away are they?
You're in the cart maybe 50 feet from the perp. Oh, no, you're right up next to the donut shop. You're probably 10 feet away from the other one.
Okay.
And she's doing something under her coat. You're not sure what.
Great. Well, this worked well last time. I will try to hamster ball them with a shield. Boop.
Cool.
Oh, yeah.
Hell yeah. Give us a roll.
What am I rolling for that again? Is it shadow
It's
or
your
light?
spell. Do you have Field's Mastery?
I have.
Or a device?
It's under powers.
Yeah. I'm wondering if you have the power
Sorry,
mastery or just the skill of force field.
I think it's just a power that came with me being a tech person.
Oh, okay, so +2. Is it your light? I think it's your light.
I have light written down.
Yeah. Yeah, so light +2.
Okay.
And I'll give her a chance to dive out of the way, but she probably failed.
Maybe. So it's going to be 12, 17.
Yeah, she dives out of the way and her head bangs into the edge of the field. And she looks around. She's all startled on her knees, and the coat opens up and you realize she's holding some kind of detonator. And Gale.
Am I able to get in to the force field?
Do you have teleport?
I do not have teleport.
I suppose you could make a field of your own, like a sort of tunnel. Maybe?
That sounds like a lot of actions for what I want to do. Essentially, what I want to do is grab the detonator and banish it.
Ooh.
Oh, the perp isn't in. She's not in the. Is she in the force field?
She's in the force field.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Across 60 feet away from you. Do you have a thing that could yank it out of her hand, like telekinesis or something?
I don't. I have offensive summoning and order magic.
Oh, you could summon a creature inside the field.
I could summon a creature inside the field, couldn't I?
Just a grisly mess.
Oh, jeez.
Body parts all over the field. Oh, I guess you could blast inside the field and they'd be hit by both the explosion and the shockwave. That would be fun.
That sounds deadly, and I'm not exactly trying to do that.
You want to get some information off of him?
You could summon Scorpion, and then he could be like, "Get over here," and just pluck the device.
I would love to conjure an ally and maybe you know what, let's bring Earth Snake back and let's just restrict
Oh, sweet.
him or her. It's her, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So summon that earth snake.
I would love that. I would love to summon an Earth Snake right up in this space. Ooh, and that's the next best roll I could have gotten, so that's perfect. You know what's great about the fact that I made this character sheet for Anthony is that I now have full view of all of the things that I forgot I had. So I do get +2 to shadow checks for adept.
Sweet.
My conjure ally is +2, so that's already a +4. I rolled a 9 on the die, so that's 13, and my shadow is 12, so that's a 25 for conjure ally.
Okay. All right. So I'm going to say that it has 25 hit points and it will have... I don't have this a set thing. I'm going to say it has 15 for its attacks. So
Wonderful.
So it's there. I don't think it can act until next turn. Is that how we've been doing it?
I'm unsure. We've only done it like twice. This being the second time.
I'm trying to remember if the creature you summoned in the fire, I don't think it acted until its turn. I gave it a point in the initiative.
Yeah, do I roll initiative for this thing?
Or maybe it just acts on your next turn. Yeah, we'll just say it acts on your next turn.
Okay. But there's an Earth Snake in the bubble with her.
Yeah. So the goon next to Kristy's golf cart, they're both going to try to intimidate y'all with their bombs. Oh. The one next to Kristy is like fumbling with his, and he's like, God, it's here somewhere. I've got a bomb. I mean it. And the other one holds it up aloft, like above the plates of the floor are like transforming into this snake. It's swirling around right next to her. And she holds up this detonator and she's like, I mean it. I'll blow us up. I'll do it. Take this. Get this force field off of me. So they're using their turns to spook y'all. Next is the cops. The cops tell you to back up and don't engage. Get the hell out of there, one says to Keziah.
I can't do anything till my turn, yeah?
Oh, yeah. Ebenezer, it's your turn.
Could I attempt some hostage negotiation?
Yes.
Or at least like pocket them down?
Hell
I'm
yeah.
just gonna like take off the cool laser gun, like toss it down and be like, Madame, you are in a force field. If that detonates, it's just pretty much going to be you and possibly some donuts. And I just can't allow that to happen. Just turn yourself in. I'm sure they'll go easy on you. Please think of the donuts.
Jeff, you finally found someone that wants to do diplomacy in this game.
Hell yeah. Hell yeah. Give me a diplomacy check or leadership, whatever the skill is. And we'll see what these goons think. So you'll need to beat an 18.
Oof. Okay, so I have 2. Would it be persuade?
Yeah, that'll work.
It looks like that's a fire skill. Okay.
Yeah.
So, okay, that's an 8 plus 10 fire plus 2 ranks in persuasion.
Mm-hmm. So that the plus 4, so 22. Yeah. The one that's fumbling for his detonator, like, puts his hands up like this. It's all like, ugh. And the one inside the force field sets down the detonator and tries to get as far away from the earth snake as possible. And one of the cops looks over at you and gives you a thumbs up.
Ebenezer kind of does like a magical symbol with his hands, and he says, "You see that? I'm a diplomancer."
That's why you were a big deal. You're really good at this.
Why, thank you. I puff up all proud of myself.
The door to the donut shop opens up, and these 2 little kids come out, and they're holding boxes, and like donuts are peeking out. They didn't even get them closed all the way. And the boy looks up all spooked, and the girl looks over like and gives him a run face, and they run in opposite directions.
And stealing donuts.
Mm-hmm.
That's what this whole thing was, just a front so these kids could steal some donuts. We'll distract them with the bomb. You get the donuts.
The detonators were just the like mobile buzzers to let them know their order was ready.
Oh, man.
This is like space chilies on the other side.
All right, that should do it. Let's call it there. We'll find out if you guys ever get those damn donuts. Hopefully those kids didn't take the last ones.
I will hunt them down to the ends of the earth.
Jeff, I know you had some grand plan for this mission. If they stole all the donuts, it's all Garbo. We're chasing those kids.
Oh my god. All right, next time should be the Remembrance Day celebration. But until then, how do you feel? Likes and wishes. Did you have any favorite moments today?
I want Ebenezer to go get his old dog. Or a clone of his old dog. And come back and find like the scent trace of those kids.
Ooh. A donut detective dog. Yes. Like a bloodhound.
Yeah.
I love it.
I would imagine that was the kind of dog he had. The whole thing was fun. It was a lot of laughter this time.
Yeah, I was going to say a lot of
think we all needed
a lot
that.
of fun.
It was a nice light episode. I liked it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's funny because there's all these like huge important events taking place. And like meanwhile Ebenezer's over here just meeting an old friend, trying to stay out of shootouts, but like they got in the way of the donuts, so you had to take part.
Yeah. I like how kind of like spur of the moment tonight felt. Just like random encounters and just like weird stuff. But like random, it's still kind of tied into us because it affected donuts. So it affected all of us.
Mm-hmm.
Serious.
Doesn't matter
business.
which part of the party line to stand on. Everyone cares about donuts.
Yes.
Yeah.
It's kind of like when you're playing a video game and you know you're supposed to like go to the castle and talk to the king or something, but you happen to walk past some like mediocre side quest or something, and that runs into another little side quest and you just get stuck,
Yeah.
And like 3 weeks later, you're finally going to the castle to talk to the king, and he's like, "Oh, thank God, you came so quickly," and you're like, "Yep."
Definitely didn't spend 3 days collecting crabs
Yeah.
for
Absolutely
the
not.
fishermen.
Why would
Clearly not.
I hunted an elk across 3 counties. Yeah. Not all the things on my random encounter table are murders. But we got 2 of them this time. Oh, by the way, there's a body laying in the street somewhere. I don't know.
Oh, wonderful.
Like one is a lady has lost her cat. You could have got that. But instead.
I think we did get, before we got onto the deserted planet, we got cat entry at some point.
We had an old friend say hi. I remember that. Flash mob. We had a flash mob on the first day. Yeah. So I'm gonna have to update this now that all this craziness has happened. I'll make I don't know how many like explosions and shootings can you have on a ship before like the party is canceled. Honestly.
3.
You got one more.
Oh shit. Oh, I really enjoyed the legendary success hacking the carts.
Yes, no, that was my favorite thing of all time. Bring every single golf cart to life.
I imagine
I'm in
after
love.
this fight, they're going to be going around in like synchronized circles and things like Busby Berkeley scene.
Can I fit a golf cart in my 8-dimensional inventory?
Keziah's gonna like hang on to it as long as they'll let her. So
Hell yeah.
Absolutely.
They'll make you an honorary cop for your valor.
I'll steal a cart.
it's not stealing.
It is when I do it.
Keziah has liberated these golf carts,
There you go.
Exactly.
and thus began the golf cart rebellion.
See, I spoke to the golf cart, and the golf cart told me that it wanted to go with me. And so did all its friends.
Mm-hmm.
Jeff, is there a spell called Tech Talk?
Yeah. Of course. So next time maybe we'll get more into the main quest. Maybe Ebenezer and Keziah can get brought in on that. But until then, stay frosty.
No, I want to stay warm.
There you go.
It's cold.
I'm sorry, I'm just now looking at chat too. This is great. Because I just invented golf cart Skynet.
Yeah, I'm telling you,
Yeah.
the golf cart rebellion has begun.
All right. How do people find you on the internet? AJ.
You can find me on Twitter at AJ_Ganaros. That's GANAROS. You can also find me on Instagram and TikTok at AJ. I think it's either underscore or hyphen. It's underscores. AJ_the_Slayer. That's where you can find me on Twitter and TikTok. You can also find me on Christmastide, Ohio. It is a wonderful podcast about these just adorable children who are in this Christmas town. We just wrapped up recording the 4th season, which is when we're all in 4th grade. And we're just solving a lot of fun little, fun's an operative term, mysteries around the town. And you should listen to it because it's very fun. And we get real silly.
Hell yeah. Kristy?
I am on Mastodon on the creativewriting.social server. My username is KmitKo3, KMITKO, and the number 3. And I guess I'm still sort of on Twitter, as much as anybody can be on Twitter these days.
It's a desolate wasteland.
Oh, God, yeah. It's horrid.
And Jayme?
I am on YouTube as Brandoff, the off-brand Gandalf, where I've been doing fake found footage lifeguard instructional videos. And I joined Mastodon, but I don't know how it works very well.
Neither do I.
I'm like Brandoff, and it's on the dice.camp server. If that helps you find me, I don't know. That's it.
I just search for people's names and it comes up. I don't.
Oh, it works.
I don't know.
Okay,
Yeah.
cool.
Nice.
I'll have to try it. And Anthony?
I'm on Mastodon as well. DOKTORMOD, Dr. Mod. I really should have switched it to just regular doctor with a C when I switched over from Twitter, but I was not that foresightful.
You can get in touch with us on Twitter at SWRPGPod. We have a Facebook group and a Facebook page. The group is True Heroes of Shattered Worlds RPG. Send us an email, shatteredworldspod@gmail.com. Tell all your friends, spread the word. Let's see. Quote us, and we'll maybe use your name on the show. I could use the help with names, obviously. It took me like 10 minutes to come up with Peter Hemdor. So, yeah. Get at me, listener. And I think that'll do it. Anybody have any final thoughts?
I don't know. My tits hurt.
Cool.
Great. I mean, not great.
Either put on or take off a bra, I think. The answer for that one.
None of that will help.
Keep it rolling. Good game, everyone.
Good game.
Yeah, good game.
Hell yeah.
Thanks for
Sorry.
sharing, HA.
Yeah.
I moved a little to get something. And I just got my nipples pierced, so like any movement.
Oh, okay. I'm like, is your desk bladed? Like, what's going on here?
I remember that fondly, having the pierced nipples. When I had them, I worked at an art supply store, and I was helping unload the truck, and the corner of a box just happened to fall right in there.
Oh,
It was like a box of gesso, and it weighed like 5 pounds.
Ow!
And I was just like screaming, my nipple. Like the streets of San Francisco, just like, oh, my nipple, which wasn't too weird.
Exactly.
Honestly.
I mean, it's such a goofy sounding word, nipple.
Right.
It is.
You know, when you scream.
And it's so weird to tell
"Ah!"
people.
It'd be like, my kumquat, or whatever.
like the Spelljammer Light of Xerxes campaign for my players. I finally started running D&D again. And one of my players wanted to be like an auto gnome. And she's like, I'm going to be named TikTok. And I was overjoyed. I couldn't say why until the adventure begins and giant vines start bursting out of the ground. And so the opening adventure is TikTok versus Vine.
Brandon, I physically hurt. It was localized before, but after hearing that, it just went all over.
I like suddenly plant one of the seeds on the way through.
Do we want to?
Oh, that's so cute.
Oh, that owl
adorable.
bear you got there?
It's a little like carved a little owl bear out of an eraser.
Nice. That's really cool.
Recording in progress.
Thank you, Claire.
What's up, Claire?
I'm so sorry for exposing you to this, Chris.
It's okay. It's fine. We all must be cleared at some point in our lives.
I showed this to the person who did it to me, and she showed it to the person who came up with it.
So now it's like my moral duty to do it to somebody else.
Yeah.
Have to.
You never. That mom might.
Oh, as a teacher. So
okay, I couldn't tell if you were the teacher or the teacher was the teacher.
The teacher is the teacher. So maybe she'll do it to a student.
Yes.
That would be fantastic.
Whole bunch of people just have no idea what's going on.
Mm-hmm. That would be the best.
Do you guys think that pause was long enough?
Yes.
Okay, good.
We can make a longer one.
1, 2, 3. Everyone shut up for 2 hours. A lot of donuts in this game. Is anyone else hungry?
It's donuts all the way down.
I had one this morning, but I could go for another one.
Wait until you try the Space Boston Cream donut. That's where it's at.
I heard Space Boston's great this time of year.
Yeah.
Writing all this down on my space clipboard.